I've done it that way before. See the wife, see the dog, say to my wife, here's money, I'll go get more.
Let's rock.
Hi, this is Brian Greenway from April Wine. I like it, you like it, let's rock.
Welcome to Let's Rock.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. I've big fan for a long time, and I'm very excited actually about tomorrow because I've never seen April Wine.
Really?
In all my years of being a fan, I've never seen you guys.
I have the distinction of seeing the band as a fan and as a member.
A member quite a while, right? What,
Yeah,
1978?
77. But I also used to go see their shows before I even joined them because I was a fan.
That's awesome. How does that feel?
I was
Or
when I
how,
saw them, I said I really like to be in them, and when I got them, I said, "Oh wow, this is great."
that's a pretty cool experience.
It is. And I knew them all, so it wasn't like joining a bunch of strangers.
Right. Well, that's fantastic. And right now you're on the road with Triumph.
Yes,
And what is it called? The Rock and Roll Machine Reloaded tour.
I believe so. Yes.
And how's that going? You've done about what, 10 shows or so?
Oh,
7 or 8?
eight, I think.
Eight?
Yeah. It's gone very well. We've done the East Coast in Canada. We did Toronto, Hamilton, Sault Ste. Marie, Halifax, Moncton, and tomorrow night, Ottawa.
Ottawa. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm in Hamilton right now. I'm heading
Oh,
back to
yeah.
Ottawa tomorrow for the show. Um, yeah, really looking forward to it. So nice to see those guys back on stage, right? Rick and Gil.
I never thought I'd see it, because they were away for so long. Uh, but I never say never, right?
30 something years before.
30 years, yeah, and they're back and they look like they're having a really good time.
From the videos I've seen, it looks like they're really enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame Mike can't be there, but I guess
Yes,
that
it is. I can only imagine how he must feel, watching YouTube videos, and it must be very frustrating.
have have you ever toured with them before? Or were you close with them back in the day?
I wouldn't say we're close, but we know each other, and we did a few dates together, maybe five or six in over the years in Texas in late '70s. But it had been a long time since we played with them, and there's the reason because they quit performing.
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of Canadian musicians, and one thing that always impresses me is I guess the camaraderie of the community, the music community.
Yeah,
Everybody seems to really get along and help each other out and know each other. I think it's a fantastic thing, and it's great that you guys are opening for them on this tour. Another great Canadian band opening for a great Canadian band.
it's yeah. There's the camaraderie. It's interesting. We don't really get to see too much of each other during the day because we're on different schedules. We see each other at sound check and just before showtime. We're coming off, they're going on. Sometimes at the airport. Uh, Not often anywhere else. The crews kind of know each other. It's early in the tour. Eventually, we'll all get to know each other. It's like the first week of school. You're making friends.
Right, right. It's fantastic. This is quite a year for Canadian classic rock.
It sure is.
Oh my God, a few big reunions with Rush and Triumph, and Brian Adams is.
It reminds me of the late '70s. Everybody's out there, and powerfully too. It's great to see Rush after so. I mean, and I can understand their hesitation doing it, but I think with Annika, they got a wonderful drummer.
She's fantastic. That
Yeah,
performance at the Junos was
that caught me by surprise. Boy, I think everybody in Canada had chills going up and down their back with watching that. It was
oh,
just so nice to see. Gives the world hope that everything's going to be fine.
that's right. And I this might be a question. Feel free to tell me to shut up when I ask this, but there's been a lot of talk these days about bands touring without all the original members. No Neil, no Rush, no Mike Levine, no Triumph. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm interested to hear your point of view on that because I mean I've got my opinion on it. Um, but you're in a similar situation right now with your band,
Yeah.
and I'm just wondering what you want to say to the fans that are saying, no Miles, no April Wine, no Neil, no Rush.
Well, if they really want to get picky, I can say, well, April Wine has not been an original member band since Jim Henman left in 1970.
1970.
Jim Henman, one of the Henman brothers, was one of the original members. With Jim Henman, David Henman, Richie Henman, and Miles. And when the band went to move up to Montreal, Jim Henman didn't go, so Jim Clench came in. The original band was the three Henmans and Miles. So when they say it's not original, okay, well, what part's not original? What part are you not liking? Is it the fact that Miles isn't there? Is it the fact that I'm there because I made it five people? Is it the fact Jerry's not there or Gary Moffat's not there? Uh, it's. I think if you like the music, fine, love it because that's what we're doing. We're enjoying playing the music that we're playing because people want to hear it. Fans want to hear. Why does the band have to stop to play if one of the members, whether it be a key member or not be there, when you can still reproduce the sound of the band pretty much on stage? Uh, if you want to see an individual member and they're not in the band anymore, I can understand you not liking it, but you don't have to go around saying, "Oh, they're a tribute band." We're not a tribute band. It's the real band still playing the music. I'm still there. I was on every damn record that was recorded.
I agree. I mean, the one that made me think about this was Metallica. I mean, they lost their bass player in 1986. Or were they supposed to stop?
Yeah,
Of course not. They got to keep
yeah,
going, right?
yeah.
So
If Miles didn't want the band to keep going, he would have said so. I don't want it to continue without my voice there. Well, he wanted it to continue. He said, "Brian, I'm handing the reins over to you on March 22nd, 2022, here in Truro, Nova Scotia." He says, "I'm handing the reins over to you. Take good care of her." And in his will, he wanted the band to continue. And when he heard Mark sing, he said, "That's the guy I want to have replace me."
good.
I mean, there's going to be haters anywhere. Some people that are on, I think, posting, "No, that's not the same tribute. It's a tribute band." I don't even think they go to shows. I think they just, I'm not happy till you're not happy. But for whatever reason, people used to say, "Oh, these bands should quit so the younger bands should have space for them." Sorry, if I can play, I'm going to play, pal. And
Well,
as long as I have an audience, I'm going to play for that audience. The public will tell me when it's time to quit, not me.
right. And just so you know, my opinion is the same as yours. I didn't want to have you think that I'm one of those people that thinks it's not worthwhile.
I'd be jumping through the screen at you.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, a perfect example, like I said, I've never seen April Wine.
Yep.
Tomorrow night,
I'm
I
just
get
going to
a chance
walk
to.
here, Ken. I just going to
Sure.
let my cat outside.
Sure. So tomorrow, it's my first chance
Come
to
on, check it
see
out.
and hear this music that I've loved for so long.
Well, we got 40 minutes, and from what I hear, we fill that pretty good with 7 tunes.
7 tunes is all you get?
Yeah, 40 minutes of music. We maybe go up to 50 there. Triumph has such a large show and very, very involved show with lighting. It's quite a setup. 5 semis, 3 buses, including ours. It's a big tour. We were supposed to get 50, but maybe that'll go up once the first week of school's over and the crews get everything set, how its changeover is going to be. It's once it starts to go smooth, and it's getting pretty close now. But
Nice.
40 minutes, hey, I'm happy to be there doing it. When I first heard that we were offered this tour, they said, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, absolutely, let's do it. It's going to be a great rock show. Two great Canadian guitar bands."
Exactly. So how many albums have you been on with April Wine?
Well, everyone since 1978, we did First Glance. So that's First Glance, Harder, Faster, Nature of the Beast, Power Play, Walking Through Fire, whatever else was after that.
So how do you whittle that down to 40 minutes?
Played two songs at one time. I actually had a band once that had two drummers, and we get drunk in the bar and start trying to do that. It was interesting. That's how, in fact, we came up with Day Tripper and Satisfaction at the end of I Like to Rock. We used to try and play those two songs at once. It was interesting for the bass player trying to play both songs at the same time. Anyway, I digress. I found that whoop, by looking at here, I paused myself there. I go, by you looking at the what I call the holy three albums, Nature of the Beast, First Glance, and Harder Faster. Those were the songs that got the most airplay uh, internationally in Europe, in Britain, UK, and in the United States. Uh, those are the ones that people know the songs from. Anything before, uh, like Horwell's Going Crazy, Forever for Now, Electric Jewels. Those were only Aquarius Records releases in Canada. And if any, and back then there was no streaming or Spotify or Apple Music. So you had to get them as an import album. Now, I don't know how many people did that. I see it every now and then, but the majority of people I found, those are the three albums they want to hear the songs from. And there's three albums of songs. There's 30 songs there to pick from.
Right.
We can't do all of them, and plus you want to throw in a couple of the other ones that, especially in Canada, that people know.
That's a that's a tough job
Well,
deciding on that seventh song.
it is, and you're playing the same songs a lot when you're doing only 40 minutes. Like last year, we did it 45 minutes with BTO. We're doing the same tunes again, but that's what you want to hear. It's a different audience. I believe it's a different audience. So, and it's going over well. So, we'd know if it wasn't, other than being called a skanky tribute band, not worth their salt. With no one's saying, "Oh, they're repeating the same songs."
Yeah, don't listen to people, man.
No, and don't read your own positive press either.
Really?
Well, no, don't believe your own press. As long as they spell your name right, it's good press, no matter what they say.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. That
Well, if you
yeah,
if everybody's blowing smoke up your butt, saying how great you are, sooner or later you're going to start believing that, and then you get an ego, and that's not something to have in this business. I mean, everybody has an ego anyway, just to be in here doing what we're doing, even though we may be shy doing it. But you got to have some kind of ego to do it. But to have that ego where I'm the best, and don't meet your heroes because you could be disappointed. I met some artists that I thought were really neat, then they turned out to be jerks.
interesting. That's I have one question that I've been saving for Paul McCartney, which I will never get, but
I'll
it,
I'll, I'll ask him if I ever meet him.
yeah, yeah, exactly, right. But it kind of talks about what you were just saying, and that is every day when you wake up, do you wake up and just say, "Holy shit, I'm a Beatle"? And the same thing, like, is that a dangerous way of thinking, or is that a positive thing to think that way? And same with you. Do you wake up in the morning and say, "Holy jeez, man, I've written some good songs. I've played on some great music that millions of people love."
I never think that way.
No?
Never do I think that way. I wake up and I go, okay, what's the day going to be? Or, oh, I dread doing this. But I never wake up thinking, oh, how great, I'm lucky maybe, but I don't wake up right away thinking about that. I go to sleep thinking about something that is nice, like, oh, I love this new guitar I have, or oh boy, I'm getting this next week, a new amp or something that'll make me happy. But I never think about, oh, how good we are.
Oh no,
I'm not,
that's
I'm
not
not
what I
that,
mean.
I'm not pompous that way. But to wake up thinking that way, lucky, yes, I'm so happy, Ken, that we are still doing this. Not everybody can do it. As somebody wise once said, if it was easy, everybody be doing it.
Right.
And it is easy now with digital recording and home studios and everything. And everybody's trying to do it, but no, they're not all succeeding doing it.
Right.
There's the very few that got lucky with like Billie Eilish with her brother with a home studio recording. That's one out of millions.
Right.
You got it's you got to have so many people involved other than just writing the song. Once the song is over and recorded and pressed onto that vinyl or piece of binary numbered plastic or in space or whatever, it's got nothing to do with music anymore. What's going to happen? It's all business.
Right. It's a tough business too.
Oh yeah. Everybody's, it's a business where people die like dogs and people are out to kill you every day and rob you. It also has its bad sides.
Oh, I'm sure. And just so you know, I wasn't saying that thinking that was a pompous thing. I was just
Yeah.
thinking more along the lines of, wow, this is pretty cool that
I
I've
bet
got.
it would be. I mean, I can't imagine waking up going, I'm a Beatle, going, oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
of course.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
referring more to your
Yeah. I'm
situation.
a whiner. I whine a lot.
Don't we all these days?
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
life's about, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No one
Complaining all
listens
the
to
time.
me anymore, right?
No,
Not
I
even the
hear
dog. Yeah. Well,
you. I
I'll
hear
listen
you.
to you if you give me a treat.
Oh, don't get me started on dogs. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. So I was thinking about this. 40, what, 48, 49 years you've been in April Wine.
Next next May, next May it'll be 50 years. Yeah.
50
In May
years?
May 7th, I think it is that I joined. And
That's
today's May 1st. So
incredible, right? Now,
yeah.
do you honestly think, because you were talking about how difficult the music industry is, um, did you honestly think that this could be going for 50 years?
I was really hoping so because just nothing else I do. Maybe if I got into the business earlier, maybe I could have got into something. But anytime I see somebody play or listen to a record or something, I go, it's that old, that old twinge is there. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can hear it. It's just, it's when you love something so much and it's just inside you, just possessing you. It's can't get rid of it. And so I'm so happy to be still doing it. I can't imagine back then how we managed to do it, but I guess I stumbled through it and hung on naively or stupidly or wisely, being in the right places at the right time. But I'm still here doing it and I'm happy about it because not many people I know do it.
Do you still get that same thrill when you step on the stage as you did in 1978 or 1980?
I'm getting more worried now, I think, because I can see the end coming up. I'm going to age out of this at one point. Maybe I'll die up in the stage. I have no idea. But I don't ever see myself quitting. But I worry now about how much longer do I have left? That thought finally came into my mind. It didn't come into my mind 30 years ago. How much time do I have left? Because I never considered it. But now I'm considering it. I guess that's because I respect it so much and I want to give I want to give it out, give everything I can to it.
Is there,
I want to go out in a pardon upon a high note.
right. Are there certain things as you grow older that you just can't do anymore on stage? I'm
Well,
not talking about doing the splits or jumping
I
off the
never did.
compressor.
I can't run across the stage like I used to. Everything bounces up and down.
I'm talking more fingers or
No, I play a lot. Luckily, I nothing is bothering me. My
good.
voice is staying there. The best thing I did was 12, 11 years ago. I quit drinking and smoking, and that really helped a lot. I try to keep well. I try to keep regular hours. You can't when you're on the road, but at home I do. And just try to live healthy. I've got a good wife, and we love each other. So check that box off. Happily married, yes. That goes a long way to make your day right.
Absolutely.
Uh, but no, I still play every now and then. Maybe to get a little twinge, but nothing. I'm still kicking now. At
Interesting.
least I don't. Although I tried jumping once and that doesn't work
No, no,
because I forgot how to jump. You forget how to jump and forget how to run.
I was telling my daughter the other day, I can't remember the last time I actually had to run somewhere. Years.
Yeah, I had to chase my dog the other day. She's a little pug, one of them. And she got out and she was dodging me and I was stumbling around running. All of a sudden, something kicked in and I remembered how to run again. And I go, whoa, this feels so good.
Nice.
You just forgot how to do it. It's like
Yeah,
forgetting how to swing a baseball bat or a golf club.
exactly. Now, you say you play sometimes, like you keep playing, but do you still practice or do you just kind of jam or write riffs or are you learning anything new after all these years?
I practice learning different patterns on the neck and knowing my neck more and more so I can hopefully name a note anywhere on the neck or get close to it. Uh, Positions where to play, different ways of playing a figure or a box, notes where up here on the neck or down there on the neck, different ways of playing it, slowing down, not not speeding up for no reason, just really picking the notes in your mind more. So when I play, I kind of doodle and I work on tones and sounds and just enjoy the guitars I have at home and happy I have them. Uh, my dog won't let me do that during the day. He'll be upstairs barking if I'm down there for more than half an hour because he'll hear me, even though if the guitar's not plugged in, if no electric, he'll hear the blinking. They really hear anything. At night, he'll go sleep on the couch, and so I can be down there for hours. But during the daytime, oh no, you're mine. You're coming outside to play ball with me.
This is you're defining the rock star life.
Yeah,
The dog runs your day.
well, somebody does. I He's a COVID dog, so got him the summer of 2019, and then 6 months later, everything closed down. So I was at home for 2 years.
Yeah,
Well, he was growing up, so your the first 2 years of your life is your favorite person's there every day, doing everything with you. So when
yeah,
it suddenly goes, it's whoa, I don't like that.
yeah,
So when you're home, you're mine.
absolutely.
He doesn't like it when I'm on the iPad or the phone. He'll come up and lean against me on the couch and push me back away from it.
Nice. That's a
Yeah,
good dog. That's a good dog.
yeah. Get offline.
Oh,
Get off Amazon. Get off eBay.
is it possible? Um,
Yeah. Says, buy me something then.
exactly. Get me a toy.
Yeah.
You talked about when you're playing, when you're practicing, you're slowing things down. Was there in the 70s and 80s, was there this belief that you had to play as fast as possible to kind of prove what you could do?
Well, yeah, this is like the gunfighter, right? The fastest draw, the fastest picker. I'm not a fast player. I could never be a fast player. I don't. You got to have the coordination in this hand and this hand, and some people get that going. And I never rehearsed it enough to do it because it wasn't my style. I was always based in blues and blues rock. People like Clapton and Hendrix and Blackmore, and you had to have some prowess to be able to do a few quick things, but nothing like heavy metal shredding. Where
Right.
it's just a free to lee, as I call it, free to lee fest.
Mm.
Because I know a couple of players around here that are really fast and really good, but they do that all the time, and there's no soul in the note.
Right.
It's like constantly watching flies dart all over the place because you're swatting at them.
Interesting. Okay, so you never worried about all that.
No,
Good.
I mean, I sometimes I just want to hit the right note. Look, BB King put more into one note than most people did in a half hour sometimes.
Gilmore too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the
yeah,
king of that feel note. I mean,
yeah. Well, he said, yeah, I'm not going to be a fast player. I can't be a fast player. And when I try to be a fast player, it's meaningless little riffs that don't do anything. It's just trail out.
so it's more about the feel than it is about the quantity.
For me, it's always been that way. Yes. And sometimes you get carried away on stage. It's like lifting your head when you're golfing. You're not supposed to, but you do. I saw you looked. You know, sing in your head. A solo should be like a conversation. Even any guitar part should be like a conversation. To have a start and beginning and end and a meaning.
So for you, in your opinion, what is your best conversation? that you've had with the solo?
Well, I guess in Sign of the Gypsy Queen, the solo that was put together using probably three or four different comps on it. But that put together, it was a solo. The same with the solo in Say Hello. Uh, some slide parts I did, and here's looking at you, kid, or better slow down. I thought it was his first take. I went, wow, that's kind of fun, because you just hear it and do it. Your hands know where to go. Your head's telling it, but you don't know where it's going because your body's not telling you. Sometimes that happens. I'll be sitting down playing, just doodling at home, and I'll do something. Go, wait a minute, how did I do that? That sounds pretty neat. Can I repeat it again? No. So I work on what I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sometimes you just subconsciously do something that you know how to do it, and you or accidentally do it, and but you don't know how you did it. And those are the times I want to figure out what I did.
and can you remember them for later? That's the important thing.
If I do, I put them down on my phone. I'll because I don't write music down. I don't read music, so I just record it on the phone and go a little note to myself. Listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Learn how to do this.
But in 1978, you couldn't do that. Haha.
No, no, you couldn't. Back then, you just let it go, or
Yeah.
you're in the studio. You the engineer would record it, say, okay, I like that. Play it back, learn it. And you go, well, I don't know how I did that. Okay, well, we'll keep it. We'll punch you in here after that. We'll come in after that part. Then you assemble your solo that way, and then you maybe have five or six different versions of the solo that are comped or uncomped. Then a decision's made, and that's the one you live with.
That's awesome. I like the style. Sign of the Gypsy Queen. Okay, listen, I haven't checked out any set lists for this concert. I don't want any spoilers for the show tomorrow.
Okay.
So
People look them
I,
up online now. They go to the
I
shows. That my
know.
wife does that. She looks them up. And what are you doing? You're ruining the surprise. Wait, I want to know when I can go to the bathroom. I go, oh my God,
Yeah. I haven't looked at anything. I don't want to know, but I'm hoping you're playing Gypsy Queen. Don't say anything. I hope you're playing that.
I can't say.
You're not allowed to say it. At least in Ottawa. Think about maybe playing that one tomorrow night.
Okay. Note to self. Please.
All right, I'm going to ask you some
Play a
rapid
gypsy band.
I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions, quick answers.
Rapid fire. Pew 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 pew.
Okay, you're touring with Triumph now. What Triumph song gets you going the most?
Like to hear Laid on the Line. I find myself singing that
It's a great one.
even around the house. Yeah, it's a nice song. And the way
Oh,
thai doing it with the harmonies is great.
oh yeah,
And all
with
the
Phil
good.
X too, right? He's good, that guy.
Well, Phil and Todd and Brent,
Right.
I like them. Boy, they're all tall.
Are they?
What's with all? I mean, I know I'm getting shorter as I get older. Everybody does, but I don't remember musicians being tall.
Yeah,
I thought like April Wine was like, I thought we were the average height band. These guys are at least 4 or 5 inches higher than me. I guess they're younger, so that's happened. It's in the genes.
they're making Rick look really small then.
Yeah, me and Rick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gil's tall too.
Gil's very tall from what I
Yeah.
remember back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Um,
Tall and lean.
yeah. Okay, so listen, I've renamed Mount Rushmore to Mount More Rush. I'm kind of doing a little thing. Um, and what I'm doing is I'm asking people who their Mount More Rush of whatever instrument they play is. So I'm just wondering your Mount More Rush of Canadian guitar players.
Well, I think Alex Lifeson is very brilliant. You know, I listen to him and I go, yeah, how did he come up with that sound? And he when I had my solo album, he did a solo on one of the tracks in the studio, and I was there for it. It was just amazing watching him put it together and getting the sound. He's very much an engineer and uh, just assembling this thing and picking it out of the air in his head, and the end result's beautiful to watch. He's a real artist.
He is. Okay, that's one. You got to do four, It's Mount More Rush.
Oh, another guitar players?
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
It's a
I
hard
really like,
question.
yeah, Gary Moffat, who used to play with April Wine. I always thought he was quite magic because he could play all the old standards, and he had a great knowledge of chords and melody and moving the hand just so beautifully. Uh, I enjoyed playing with him a lot, and a lot of the songs in April Wine came from his rhythm guitar parts that really made those songs shine.
Nice. I would,
Third guitar player?
yep.
Hmm, I'm trying to think here.
I would put one of the guys that you're touring with there very
Well,
high up.
Rick is pretty neat too with his he does a solo on stage, then he switches into a jazz type of thing, do 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 do, and I'm just whoa, listen to that, that's so good. I admire somebody that can play different genres at the drop of a hat and feel it. So that's a lot of playing and sitting down discipline.
And he's got the classical stuff as well.
I haven't heard him do that yet. I'd love to though.
Well, it's on most of his albums have a classical piece.
Oh yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
haven't listened.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic with that, with the
Yeah,
acoustic classical guitar. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many great Canadian guitar players that, Randy
yeah.
Bachman.
There's another guy in Montreal, Steve Hill.
Oh,
Uh,
I know. I interviewed Steve Hill,
yeah,
the one
yeah,
man band.
yeah. Have you seen that show?
I haven't seen the show, but he's a great guy.
It's quite something to watch. Steve is a great field player.
Yeah, super.
I just love watching him play.
Oh yeah, and how he does that with his with the drum and the guitar, I don't get it.
Yep, and plays bass at the same time and
That's
sings.
right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, he's a
yeah.
miracle.
Randy
Um,
Randy Bachman's great too. All the classic licks that he's come up with and writing. Uh, you can't
so
deny that. It's a great player.
yeah,
He's got a lot of hits. Neil Young's got a lot of
yeah,
interesting
yeah.
chords and a way to do things. As Joni Mitchell on the guitar. There's so many interesting players in this country. Look
We
at
got good
Harry
music.
Manx, another one.
We've got great music in Canada, don't we? It often
We
gets
do.
overlooked, but it is fantastic stuff.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
Foot in Cold Water's guitar player from way back in the 70s with that song "Make Me Do Anything You Want." That
right,
solo done through the Leslie speaker was just to die for at the time, and he
right.
still is listening to it. It's a perfect example of a great solo.
You know, I feel kind of stupid right now. I had no idea they were Canadian.
Yeah, they were out of London, Ontario, or Toronto, I think. Yeah,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah.
All right, next rapid fire question. Uh, this is another weird one. Feel free to say shut up, but
Okay.
how much of the 70s and 80s rock and roll lifestyle was real and how much was, for lack of a better word, um, myth?
Myth. Oh, myth.
Yes.
uh 70s was a real party, and into the early 80s too, I guess. But then it was most things that you probably heard about it were true.
Really, eh?
Yeah. There was excess of everything. Excess of partying, excess of booze, excess of drugs, excess of women, excess, you name it. How to get your record played, the payola. It was an interesting part of the business. It was exciting because there was so much new going on all the time. People were coming out with albums every month. It was normal to do an album per year, maybe more.
Maybe more, yeah.
So there was always something new, and everybody's trying to outdo each other. And the album art cover, and then the shows, how they did it. We're trying to get bigger and bigger and better. As technology progressed, you could have interesting pyro or lighting or trusses that moved. Uh, but then the '80s, when that I guess rock and roll sort of partied itself out, and the new age came in, new wave, and our people like Suzanne Vega and Tracy Chapman, and that went that way for a while, and the business got cleaned itself up because it was going into the toilet. It needed to go into rehab.
Yeah, lots of people, right?
Yeah.
How did
So
people survive that decade then? I mean, that's insane when you're
uh,
thinking about, I mean, if the stories are true, the amount of drugs and alcohol, I, I don't get it.
I quit drinking 12 years ago and quit smoking. I can't imagine how I did back then. I remember how badly I feel, or some of the best times I can't remember. Uh, one of the classic stories for me is drinking with Ainsley Dunbar at a show in Buffalo that had the Stones' Journey in the Atlanta Rhythm section in April wine, and I got along with Ainsley great. We're drinking pina coladas when he said, "Let's go down and meet Keith and Mick in catering." And I went down and I walked in the room, remember approaching the table, and my mind went blank after that. I don't remember meeting them. That's it's, those things. I don't know if I was a dick in front of them or I threw up on them or if I fell down on the floor and all right, he's no good.
I think you would know if you threw up on Mick Jagger.
I
It's
still
just,
have the scar, right?
yeah, seriously.
Roar.
So was that alcohol that
That
made
was
you forget, or
alcohol,
was
yeah.
it
That was all
the rush?
alcohol. Yeah, because I would party I was remember the movie Arthur, Dudley Moore.
Yep,
I was kind of like that lad, drinking and it was fun and laughing, and that's where I always wanted to be.
that's
And
interesting.
and but I wasn't Arthur, and I learned that, and I became me, and I started to like me, so I have the sober me.
That's obviously much better, but it's
Yes,
just it's just shocking. I've read some autobiographies like Ozzy and Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, and I'm going, how do these guys remember what happened in 1972? Like, how is
yeah.
that possible with the amount of drugs and alcohol that they were putting into their body?
I don't know. Some days you would remember everything.
Okay, can you remember the first show you ever played?
With April Wine,
Yeah,
I think it was in Bathurst, New Brunswick, in the arena there in '77.
that's pretty
Yeah.
impressive that you can even remember that.
Well, I remember the tour. It was only 2 weeks long.
Oh, it's just a quick one.
Yeah, and it was the summer tour, summer maritime tour in '77, and I was asked to join for a trial basis to see how it worked out, and if it worked out, I'd stay because they wanted to add somebody, and it worked out, so I stayed.
Stayed
I
with
guess we went in and started working in the studio too, but I'd known them all. It was the third band I'd been in with Steve Lang, and I'd known Gary Moffat for a long time, jamming with him. Jerry, I knew from seeing him at other shows. Miles was the only one I really didn't know other than touring with them in '73. Before April Wine, when the Hammonds left, I wanted to. I asked Miles if I could join the band because I knew they were looking for a guitar player, and I went and had an interview with him, and he selected Gary Moffat. But looking back at it, yeah, Gary was the right choice. And 4 years later, well, I came in. So
there you go. It's
this
funny how things
goes,
work, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really
It's
cool.
it's not a lot of what you know. Sometimes it's who you know, and being in
Most
the
of
right
the
place
time.
when and the right city. It's I've never. Well, the only other offer I ever got was to go play with Eddie Money. And I don't know how serious he was because we were drinking in his hotel room on the tour with it. And he said, I want you to come play guitar for me. And maybe he was right. That would have been interesting.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, but April Wine was, peaking at that point, and I thought that I didn't want to leave it. I liked where I was.
Well, yeah, so you should. All right, I'm going to ask you one more question. We're getting into the meat and potatoes here. That's a bit of a lie, actually. It's just kind of a goofy question. What's the strangest thing you've autographed?
Well, we've done a lot of bald-headed men in sweaters.
You're staying away from mine.
Yeah. uh, I guess signing boobs was, the thing. Sign this, signing people's butts. Uh,
Signing a butt.
well, not the whole cheek, but the top part of it. And
Right.
signing some Sharpie on someone's face was kind of weird. Why do you want my name on your Sharpie and your head?
People
Sign it.
do
We
that.
signed a car. They asked if we could sign their car. Um, I guess one time in I remember in Salt Lake City back, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, some we were backstage and someone said, "Who wants to sign some 60-year-old tits?" And we all said, "Oh," we all ran, except she got Breen. So, Breen, what was it like? He says, it was like signing water. Then I thought about it and I said, you know what? She was probably younger than me.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's,
I
that's life.
I don't think I'm the age I am when you hear about old people say, oh, I'm not that age, I'm not like them. Because
Mhm.
when we were younger, people our age were confined to chairs and walkers and canes and what was that you said?
Right. And now they're doing 2 hour shows.
Now we're doing 2 hour shows, and yeah, we don't we all we're the ones that never grew up or refuse to get old.
Yeah, look at Willie Nelson, right? He's doing shows. He's what, 94?
Yeah, wow.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
It's insane.
Mick, what's his name? Steve Miller, even Gil and Rick.
What are they, about 74, 75?
A couple of years younger than me. Yes, 72, I think. But Paul Dean's what, 80, I think now.
Still playing. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
I don't see any reason to stop as long as you can do it.
Exactly. Well, as for the signing thing, next time I bump into you, I've got a guitar for you to sign. It's my Let's Rock Guitar of Fame. Everyone I
Okay.
interview that comes near, I get them to sign. It's pretty jam-packed. There's not much room on it, but Kim Mitchell's on there, David Wilcox. Oh, David Wilcox, by the way, Kim Mitchell, two great Canadian guitar players.
I miss them. Yeah, Kim's a brilliant player.
Oh, he's
I, I
fantastic.
and he's got such good tone.
Oh, I just saw him a couple of months ago. He was better than ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fantastic.
We're finally making progress on all of these things, practicing.
After what, 50 something years, Kim's been
Yeah.
doing this? What was the first Max Webster album? Like 1973, maybe?
Well, probably. Yeah.
So he's been doing this for 53, 54 years.
Good for him. And he had a
Absolutely.
great run on the radio too.
Oh yeah, he
On
he did a lot.
Q107. That was brilliant. I
Yeah.
was so jealous of him. I approached Showme here in Montreal. I wanted to do the same thing, and they said, "No, you're not what we're looking for."
Really? I think it
What
would be great.
experience do you have? I said, "Well, I've done lots of interviews and stuff and live in studios, and I can talk." Oh no, that's not good enough. Okay.
Wow. Well, what did Kim have? Like he didn't have radio experience either, but he was great.
He had friends in the business, I guess.
There you go. That's all it is these days. Um,
Yeah.
listen, I am super stoked for tomorrow night. Like I said, first time seeing April Wine. I think maybe third or fourth time seeing Triumph, but not since what, 1987 or something. God, I feel old. Holy shit.
You're not, Ken.
Good luck tomorrow night. Have a great
Thank
show.
you.
Enjoy it,
Thanks.
and all the
See you
best.
there.
Thanks so
Thanks,
much.
Ken. You're
Take care.
welcome. Bye. Bye-bye.